신명기 12장, Deuteronomy chapter 12. These are the decrees and laws you must be careful to follow in the land that the Lord, the God of your fathers, has given you to possess as long as you live in the land. It destroys completely all the places on the high mountains and all the hills and under the ever spreading tree, whereas the nations you possess, dispossessing worships their gods, break down their altars, smash their sacred stones, and burn their Asherah poles in the fires, cut down the idols of the gods, and wipe out their names from their places. You must not worship the Lord your God in the way, but you are to seek the place the Lord your God will choose from among all your tribes to put his name there for his dwelling. To that place you must go there, bring your burnt offerings and sacrifice your tithes and the special gift, what you have vowed to give you, and free wills offerings, and the firstborn of your herds and the flocks, there in the presence of the Lord your God. You and your families shall eat and shall rejoice in everything you have put your hands to, because the Lord your God has blessed you. You are not to do as we do here today, as everyone as he sees fit, since we have not yet reached the resting place and the inheritance the Lord your God is giving you. But you will cross the Jordan and settle in the land the Lord your God is giving you as inheritance, and he will give you rest from all your enemies around you, so that you will live in safety. Then the place the Lord your God will choose as a dwelling for his names, there you are to bring everything I command you, your burnt offerings and sacrifice, your tithes and the special gift, and all the choicest possessions you have brought to the Lord, and their joys before the Lord your God, and your sons and daughters, your manservants and maidservants, and the Levites from your towns, and who have no allotment and inheritance of their own. Be careful not to sacrifice your burnt offerings everywhere you please, offering them only at the place the Lord will choose in one of your tribes, and therefore observe everything I command you. Nevertheless, you may slaughter your animals in any of your towns and eat as much as the meat as you want, as if it was gazelle or deers, according to the blessing the Lord your God gives you. Both the ceremonially unclean and the clean may eat it, but you must not eat the blood. Pour it out on the ground like water. You must not eat in your own towns the tithes of your grains and the new wine and oils, or the firstborn of your herds and the flocks of waters you have vowed to give, or your free wills offering or special gift. Instead, you are to eat them in the presence of the Lord your God at the place the Lord your God will choose you, your sons and daughters, your manservant and your maidservant, and the Levites from your towns, and you are to rejoice before the Lord your God in everything you put your hands to. Be careful not to neglect the Levites as long as you live in your land. When the Lord your God has enlarged your territory as he promised you, and you crave meat and say, I would like some meat, then you may eat as much as you want. If the places where the Lord your God chooses to put the name is too far away from you, You may slaughter animals from the herds and the flocks that the Lord has given you, as I have commanded you. And in your own towns you may eat as much of them as you want. Eat them as you would gazelle or deers, both ceremonially unclean or the clean may eat. But be sure you do not eat the blood, because the blood is life. You must not eat the life with the meat. You must not eat the blood, pour it out. On the ground like waters. Do not eat it, so that you may go well with you and your children after you, because you will be doing what is right in the eyes of the Lord. But take your consecrated things and the water, whatever you have vowed to give, and go to the place the Lord will choose. Present your burnt offerings on the altars of the Lord your God, both the meat and the blood. The blood of your sacrifice must be poured beside the altars of the Lord your God. But you may eat the meat. Be careful to obey all these regulations I'm giving you, so that it may always go well with you and your children after, because you will be doing what is good, is right, as I know God. The Lord your God will cut off before you the nations you are about to invade the depositions, but when you have driven them out and settled in their land, and after they have been destroyed before you, be careful not to be ensnared by inquiring about the gods, saying, how do these nations serve their gods? We will do the same. You must not worship the Lord your God in the way, because in worship their gods they do all kinds of detestable things the Lord hates. They even burnt their sons and daughters in the fire as a sacrifice to their gods. See that you do all I command you. Do not add to it or take away from it. If a prophet or one who foretells by dreams appears among you and announce to you and the miraculous sign or wonders, and if the sign or wonders of the which he has spoken take place, and he says, let us follow other gods, gods you have not known, and let us worship them, so you must not listen